Hello, gorgeous, and welcome back to another Circle of Women episode. Today, we're going to be talking about nothing else but nervous system regulation in a woman's body. I want to highlight this a bit in a woman's body because we regulating nervous system in a man's body and in a woman's body in two complete different ways. And in most of the books and most of the Instagram reels, you're gonna find one recipe, one way to regulate nervous system, which actually belongs to men. Why? Very simple. Nervous system regulation in a woman's body haven't been studied as much as nervous system regulation in a man's body. So most of the books, most of the practices, they are based on masculine nervous system. And today you're going to receive a powerful information which is going to completely transform the way you see nervous system regulation and the way you regulating nervous system in your own body. You see that we tend to think that in order to regulate nervous system, we need to have structure, discipline, very intense routines, meditation, breath work, hatha yoga practice every morning, the same routine, right? We need to, it's kind of, it gives this, the feeling of heaviness and another thing on your to-do list. It's always the same. It's intense, it's tricky, it's uncomfortable perhaps at certain stages of your menstrual cycle. It can feel heavy to do this vinyasa practice just before you're bleeding, right? Or the breath work when you bleeding, or in your premenstruum. It just can feel a lot. And again, the main reason is why it is because all of this nervous system regulation practice, they are designed for men, because men body, they got 24-hour cycle. The energy rises up with the sun and reaches the peak around noon and then slowly starts dropping down, right? So and every day is the same. That's why all the disciplines, routines works magic for men. But we women, we got 28-day cycle. It rises, reaches its peak with ovulation when we are superpower women. We got so much energy and power and juiciness, right? Fertility is at its peak. But then it starts dropping down and it reaches the lowest point during our menstrual cycle, when we just want to chill, relax, and don't see anyone. We don't want to be touched, right? And we want to go into our underworld. So you see, nervous system regulation, the one that truly works for a woman's body, it needs to be based on feminine nervous system studies, not on a man's studies. So what is this missing piece? Why it's different? Women's nervous system regulate the best through sensuality, through pleasure, and through play. This is when the oxytocin, this is when the powerful hormones that gives us so much pleasure can be released. And what they do, they regulate our nervous system fastest, much faster than disciplines, structures, the same practice that we do over and over again each day at the same time. So sensuality, pleasure regulates our nervous system mainly because of oxytocin. Now, in men's nervous system gets regulated the best when the hormone called dopamine is involved. That's why they're regulating their nervous system very well when they go, karting or kickboxing or going to the gym, lifting weights, ice baths, right? Doing the things that shocking their nervous system. It works miracles for them. And sometimes we women can do these things, of course, and we can feel good, after a nice workout, after ice bath. But research shows that, the study shows that long term, it's not gonna work for us, because it gives even more dopamine in our body and our nervous system. We have much more sensitive nervous system than men. And all of this dopamine, it just gets stored in our body. And at one point, we're gonna feel that we're just gonna explode, because we don't have enough oxytocin. We're running on cortisol, on the stress, hormone 24/7. And then we have the ice bath, and then we have another stressor and another stressor. And it just too much for our body long term, and we're gonna feel that what's gonna happen. I will tell you what. We're gonna feel that we are running empty, that we are empty cup, we don't have what to give to others. We will feel that we are completely disconnected from our body, meaning that will be hard for us to feel pleasure, will be hard to feel sexual desire, we're not gonna feel that we turned on. We feel very irritated. So the kid starts to irritate us, their little tantrums, we feel that we cannot hold space for them because it's just like a mess in our mind. We are not grounded, we are not sensual, we are terrible space holders for ourselves, for our friends, for the loved ones, and relationship will start to crumble, marriage will be on the edge, and also our business will start eventually to give worse and worse results, because our nervous system will be not capable to hold space for big monies, for lots of clients, for bigger challenges. We'll feel that every single email, every single conversation is just giving us like panic attacks, and it's not gonna serve nothing. Unbalanced nervous system, not regulated nervous system is not going to serve your business, it's not going to serve your income, your relationship with your beloved, with your kids, and with yourself. So we do need to have regulated nervous system in order to have the dream life that truly feels like yours, in order to have dream number in the bank account, in order to have thriving relationship, thriving marriage, in order to be great mother and just feel relaxed and connected to our body, in all of the ways. So this is the reason why we need regulated nervous system. Also, our nervous system is connected to area of the brain that it gives two impulses most of the time. It's either the fight, flight, or freeze, when we either fighting through life, or we're going in a freeze mode, meaning that we are disconnected to pleasure, we are disconnected from our sensuality, right? We disconnected from the feelings, from the emotions, we are numb. And most of the ambitious women, even though they are super successful in their business, but they are very numb in their bodies, and it's hard for them to access vulnerability and care and love and devotion and those beautiful, like very, very feminine qualities, because they're functioning all the time with adrenaline and cortisol, right? So we need more oxytocin in our body. Now, another response, nervous system response, is the beautiful response, is the oh my god, losing my words. So fight, flight, or freeze, or rest and digest. Yeah, so rest and digest is where we want to see our nervous system. But in order to feel that way, in order to feel grounded and embodied and sensual, we need safety in our body. We need to feel safe to slow down. We need to feel safe to soften. We need to feel safe to be feminine, because very often things happened in our past that we don't feel safe to slow down, to rest. We need to be productive. We've been told since the 9 years old that we need to create, we need to produce, right? So safety feels weak. Rest feels weak. Being lazy feels that we are bad woman, right? We need to be good woman. We need to produce. We need to be, good part of the society. So also to be feminine, to be vulnerable, to be emotional also can feel dangerous, because maybe somebody take advantage when we were young and naive and soft and feminine. So now our body toughen up and protecting us by putting this masculine armor around our body, and we moving through life being a superwoman, and again protective, not emotional, very hard and harsh, so we can achieve, we can kind of blend into this man's world and create big things. But if we will start listening our heart and listening our heart, we feel afraid that everything what we created going to disappear, that everything what we achieved up until now going to just go away, slip from our hands. This is a limiting belief. If you're going to integrate feminine energetics, feminine superpowers into all that you created up until now, it's not going to disappear. It's going to multiply and multiply and multiply, because feminine energy is the energy of creation. It can create babies, it can carry babies, right? So by implementing the right feminine energetics, everything, the business, the relationship, your connection with your kids, with yourself, it's going to be much more bigger, much deeper, much more profound, and eventually you're gonna feel so much more alive, that you're gonna feel that paradise, it's here on earth. It's not after that, it's here right now. And this is when you're gonna have a life that feels as good as it looks on your Instagram board or Pinterest mood board, right? It's gonna feel as good as it looks. So I hope that you understood why it's so important to have regulated nervous system, to feel safe, to be feminine, to be soft, to receive big money, to hold space for big people, for big groups of people, to speak on stages, right? To be bold and write these books. You need to have regulated nervous system in order to achieve all of these things. Now, pleasure, as I said, it's one of the best nervous system regulators in a woman's body, because it releases the masculine hormones. It also releases the cortisol and the dopamine. That's why when we having an orgasm, after that we can feel so grounded and we're so soft, right? Because it released all of this heaviness, all of this masculine thing that we build up because of, we are maybe a businesswoman, maybe we are housewife, and we have so many things to do, right, on daily basis. So these little moments of these orgasmic experiences can release so much from our system that we can really melt into our feminine design. And maybe you can catch yourself how you felt after the orgasmic release. Soft, loving, cuddly, relaxed, right? And so we want to be in this state for as long as possible, in order to be approachable, in order to be magnetic, in order to attract amazing things into our life without chasing and going like crazy for all of the things. It's just like lay back as a queen and allow the things come to you. Of course you need to continue do the work. Of course you need to continue being, empowered woman that can do anything by herself, right? But now you're not chasing, you're not proving, you're not hustling. The boss babe era is gone. Every single boss babes, they start to figure out that actually hustling and forcing and being always in the head is not serving her. She wants to be in the body. She wants to be connected with her body. She wants to be sensual. She wants to have juicy marriage, right? She don't want only money and significance and fame. She wants everything. And she starts to figure out that I want to be a woman who has it all. I don't want one piece of the cake. I want the whole damn cake. And you know that this woman is you, because if you came until this point in this podcast, it means it is you. And if you came at this point, and if you want to dive deeper into these topics, into the feminine empowerment, feminine embodiment, I have a free offer for you. And by clicking the link in the description box, you're gonna be invited to join my free Telegram channel, where I share minute trainings, minute powerful feminine embodiment and leadership training, so you can taste more of my work by going deeper into these topics. And then my signature program is Embody Her program. The waitlist is available right now for you to sign up and join us in September, where we're gonna dive into 6-month feminine embodiment journey, where we're gonna be embodying the feminine energy, feminine archetypes, feminine superpowers, where we're gonna be studying how we can implement feminine energetics into your business, into your wealth, so you can really do this 360-degree journey in your feminine embodiment and implement powerful feminine strategies into your life, relationship, into your business. So I hope to see you there. Now we're coming back to feminine energetics. So when I'm talking about pleasure and nervous system regulation, so it's not only orgasms, it's anything, my love, anything that feels pleasurable to you, anything that feels delightful, anything that you enjoy. It can be a dance, it can be a play with your kids, it can be swimming, it can be walking barefoot on sand, it can be eating slowly, drinking your cacao, anything that gives you pleasure. Not me, not Jessica, not Melanie, but you. What feels pleasurable to you, this is what's going to regulate your nervous system the best. So I want you now to think about 10 things that regulate your that feel so pleasurable for you. It can be things that cost money. It can be things that maybe you do once a year. But I also want you to come up with the things that you can do daily. That's very, very simple things like, I don't know, cuddling your dog. And just when you're touching the fur and you put your fingers into the fur, it can just feel so calming and grounding and pleasurable, right? Smelling your kids. Or indulging into the perfume, maybe the smell, what gives you so much pleasure. And maybe you are a great collector of the perfumes, but you're resisting because you feel that it's a vanity, it's obsession. If this gives you pleasure, remember, this is going to regulate your nervous system big time. So come up with 10 things that helps you to feel, that gives you pleasure, and then think how often you allow yourself to experience these things. Because very often we feel that it's waste of time, waste of money, it's selfish, it's superficial. And this is where we're embodying the bad girl archetype. We're going away from the good girl, being, pleasing everybody and doing the things that it's like seen as okay, as altruistic, as very, for everybody, but not for me. And now we're claiming our birthright to embody the bad girl archetype, the selfish one, because trust me, selfish, unbothered, it's what's gonna make you empowered woman. So we're bringing back our birthright to feel pleasure. We're bringing back our birthright to experience joy. And we're taking away limiting beliefs from this, that it's selfish, that it's vanity, that it's superficial, right? And your homework, your task is to implement, involve as many of these pleasurable activities to your everyday life. I know that nice trip, nice holiday, nice bag can feel very, very pleasurable, but we're not gonna do this every day, right? And you need to embody her, you need to become her every single day, at least 1% more and more. You need to go closer and closer to the dream version of you, right? So you need to do those pleasurable activities on a daily basis. So this is the big thing that I want you to implement into your life, okay? So another suggestion that I would like you to do, and it's very, very powerful one, it's very simple but so powerful one. I want you to create Spotify playlist with the songs from your university times, teenager times, the songs that you used to dance in the nightclubs, on the tables, being careless and free and liberated, and with those tiny mini skirts and lots of makeup, like, or the songs that reminds you the holidays, maybe when you had a little money but you felt so full, so rich in life, so connected to the present moment. So create Spotify playlists with those songs. I have my own Spotify playlist, and I'm gonna share in the description box millennial playlist that I know it's going to resonate with you if you're born in like 1990s, around that time, because these songs really bring me back to my university times, to the times when I was going to Ibiza to work in the bars and I had no money in my bank, but I felt so here and now, so connected to my sexuality, so connected to my lover archetype, exploring the world, exploring my own feelings, emotions, and it was just fantastic times. And every time I listen to the songs, I eventually, going back to these times, I embody over and over again this version of me, this archetypal representation of me, that it's connected to her body, connected to this moment. There are no big responsibilities such as business or kids or marriage. I was just so free and liberated and having my best time ever. I wouldn't change the life that I have right now to the life that I used to have, no way. But it just, when life gets so heavy with endless to-do lists and endless responsibilities, I play my millennial Spotify playlist, and I just going back in time, and again, I with my body language, with the movement. This is somatic embodiment, my love. I'm coming back to this version of me, and it just feels so. I feel that the heaviness goes out of my shoulder. I feel connected to my body. I feel connected to joy. And it's a very, very, very powerful embodiment practice, which is also tested. Lots of research being done about the music and songs that is connected to the good times in your past. And it's very interesting how the feeling, the posture comes back when you play these songs. So create Spotify for you, or use my Spotify as inspiration, and just see how the miracle is going to unfold and come into your life. Okay, so remember, my darling, that nervous system really shapes your life. You're gonna find it difficult to break the ceiling of certain amount of money, certain amount of clients, certain amount of fame or depth in your marriage. But when you're expanding your nervous system, when you're regulating your nervous system, you're gonna feel that you can hold more of money, more people, more juiciness, more depth, more erotica, more of life. And this is not only that you're gonna feel more alive, but you're gonna go deeper into experiencing your life. You're gonna have more of everything in your life. So nervous system in feminine embodiment and feminine empowerment and feminine leadership is really foundation of everything. And now you know the key, that nervous system regulation in a woman's body, it works in a completely different way than nervous system regulation in a man's body. It's not about routines, it's not about strategies, it's not about uncomfortable practices, it's not about stiffness and meditating all the time. It's about movement, it's about pleasure, it's about doing things that makes you feel good, it's about fun, it's about celebration. It's a very important piece of the puzzle. Celebrate, my love, as much as you can, the small achievements, the small accomplishments. If persons sign up to work with you, celebrate. If they reach the goal, celebrate with them with a glass of champagne, with a glass of sparkling wine. Celebrate the big and small accomplishments of your children, your marriage, your bank account. Celebrate the birthdays. Celebrate your name days. Celebrate anniversaries. Bring as much frequency of celebration in your life, because celebration, the frequency of money loves the frequency of celebration. And celebration, it's a very, very feminine quality. It's a very powerful feminine energetics that not only relaxes your nervous system, but also attracts lots of abundance into your life. Okay, so remember, nervous system regulation in a woman's body connects the best with the frequency of play, fun, pleasure, and all of the things that makes you that makes you feel good. What else I wanted to share with you? I guess this is it, my darling. This is the most important point. And nervous system regulation, being in your feminine design, in your organic feminine nature, is not lazy, it's not selfish, it's not indulgence into unnecessary things. It's perhaps the missing key in your puzzle, in your dream life creation, into your feminine empowerment. And if you desire to go deeper into feminine embodiment practices and in feminine frequency stuff that you could bring into your business, into your love life, into your relationship with your own body, then Embody Her program is for you. And if you want to discover the free taster of this work, then click the link in the description box. Enjoy the Pearl experience, the free taster of my work. I would love to see you there. Much love, much health, much wealth, and sea of love to you, my darling, and see you in the next episode. Don't forget to share what you think about this transmission. Hit the notification button so you can see my next episodes fastest and first. Hope to see you there, my love.